Introduction. How will this book benefit you? With the help of this book, you're going to go on a journey. On this journey, you're going to discover a lot about yourself. You're going to find out beliefs held by you that are not even your own. Some of them are literally hundreds of years old. You may be asking how that is possible, and I'll share that with you later on. You're going to uncover 7 beliefs that will quite literally change the course of your life forever, should you wish to install them. These 7 beliefs are not the only beliefs that will change your life, as there are different beliefs for different areas of your life. However, if you install just these 7 beliefs, or even a few of them, you will see a remarkable change happening over a period of weeks and months after you take action on the information in this book. You'll also discover 2 words that you and every human being on the planet uses that are responsible for everything you have ever achieved and failed at in your life. Another big discovery you're going to make is something called the belief ceiling and the fiat principle, which is your belief surrounding money. Changing this one belief could literally change how much income you bring into your life, as it has been holding you back from earning and attracting more money than you may previously have thought possible. You will also learn that you have something called a belief filter, which literally shapes how you see the world. Your version of the world is completely different from mine, and my version of the world is completely different from the other 7.8 billion people who reside on this planet, and it's all to do with our belief filters. You're going to learn what affirmations really are and how you've been using them unconsciously all your life. The most exciting thing is, you're going to learn how to use them consciously and change all the areas of your life you've always wanted to change. Another huge discovery you'll make is the deep soul feeling method, which is a unique way to install new beliefs using a powerful mantra and an easy to follow process. This book will help you set up your beliefs you need and give you the tools you require to become successful at whatever you put your mind to. If you take action, here is what you can expect to gain from this book. Bring more money into your life, more happiness in all areas of your life, renewed energy and hope that you really can create a life carved out by you, a high feeling of self-worth, the freedom that comes from finding your purpose. Take back control of your life. Know for certain that you are capable of anything. You will find your inner courage, you'll have more joy, a drastic increase in confidence, a new understanding of relationships and how to create stronger, empowering relationships in your life. Never, ever, ever settle for second best again. A sense of fulfillment. Increase your focus and concentration to get more things done. And know that you are enough. Why I wrote this book. It was the punch in the mouth that got me thinking I was going to die. The boy holding me was just as crazy as the boy punching me. And although they were 6 and 7 years old, they weren't the type of boys you wanted to mess with. Running through my young mind was a question why the 2 meanest school bullies in the world hated me so much, and I could only conclude it was because I was not very smart, or thick, as we said back in the day. Let me tell you why I thought I was getting bullied because I wasn't very smart, or I thought at the time I wasn't smart. It started when I was around 6 years old, while at primary school in a rough part of Edinburgh called Wester Hailes. I attended Clovenstone Primary School, and within a few years of being there, I started to feel there was something wrong with me, as I wasn't picking up the lessons as quickly as everyone else. This steady decline was eventually flagged up to my parents when they attended parents' night, and each teacher said that I was slow to learn. My concentration wasn't good, my speech wasn't good, and my social interaction wasn't great either. It was intimated that I had some kind of learning disability. Now, in my little head at the time, I naturally assumed I was thick. Not very PC, I know. However, that's the word that swirled around my head at the time. All the time, I was developing the belief that there was something wrong with me, and I wasn't like other children at school. This belief isolated me, and I learned to enjoy my own company and the company of my family. It was discovered that I had something called glue ear, which affected my ability to hear. To fix it, I had an operation to insert grommets into my ear. After the operation, my learning ability picked up rapidly. What I had been doing for months was lip reading. Far from being thick, I'd learned to lip read quite well, and the problems had occurred when the teachers had their backs to me or when I couldn't see their lips. The school bullies were still there, however, things started to get better after the operation on my ears. One thing remained. My belief that I was thick stayed with me for years. I had developed the belief over time, and it had grown stronger the more evidence I'd found for it. I felt that everything I did was stupid. I would magnify those feelings of stupidity in my mind. There was nothing else to do but to declare to my young mind that I was just not intelligent, and I was never going to be. This belief was carried with me throughout my young life and late into my teens. I found I revered intelligent people, and I always wondered how to fix my brain to become more intelligent. It affected me socially. I just didn't want to put myself in a situation where people would laugh at me. So I avoided social situations as much as I could. How I learned about beliefs. The belief that I am not intelligent, which had plagued me my whole life, changed in one day. I was walking home from school, feeling pleased with myself for passing an exam in history. As I walked the mile to my home, I suddenly realised that I was intelligent. I told myself that if I can pass an exam in history, it must mean I had at least some degree of intelligence. My brain lit up. I started thinking about other pieces of evidence to prove I was intelligent. I loved reading, I liked writing stories, I'd passed other exams, I'd taken a keen interest in history, and a whole host of other signs. In one day, I finally dropped the belief that I was not intelligent. From that day on, my interest in the human brain and psychology in particular was to change my life in so many ways. As my new knowledge began to sink in, my confidence grew, and my proudest moment was being made vice captain of my school house, Weems, when I was 16 years old at Buckhaven High School. And what's more, I was nominated by one of the popular girls in school. My newfound belief that I am intelligent helped me become the first person in my family to go to university. The degree course that I chose was psychology. What that degree did show me was just how our self-talk can either harm us psychologically or help us to grow. The degree cemented my love of the human mind, and in particular the subject of personal beliefs. My journey led me to discover that our whole lives are controlled by what we believe about ourselves, what we believe about the world, and what we believe about other people. The amazing thing is that one belief that I held, I am thick, not only affected my view of myself as an intellectual being, it had an impact on every area of my life. It affected me socially, it affected my mental health, and it affected how I viewed the world around me. That one belief literally changed the way I viewed the world in which I lived. This new secret power of being able to change my limiting beliefs and install new empowering beliefs has led me to do some amazing things in my life. The first person in my family to attend university and gain a degree in psychology. Finding my perfect partner and being truly happy in my marriage. Started a business in 2004 and navigated the demise of that business. Started a new career in drug and alcohol counselling in 2006, which I loved for 6 years before moving on. Helped to raise 2 amazing boys to become men. Left my full-time job in 2012 to start a new business online in the personal development space. Managed to create a successful Facebook page with over 3.7 million followers. Started a Facebook live show that brought in over 1 million viewers. Started another side business which made over $500,000 in sales over the course of 4 years. Started yet another side business, trading and teaching cryptocurrency, which is still running. And wrote a phenomenally successful personal development book called The Belief Principle. Okay, maybe not. It's all a process, so I believe I can make it phenomenally successful. Okay, that's just some of the things that I have achieved that I am willing to talk about, and I believe 100% you can do anything you want to with the right beliefs. You might wonder, how the hell do I change a belief? The better question to start with is, what beliefs do I hold about myself just now? After my epiphany about beliefs, it didn't truly strike me just how important our beliefs are until I was older. Over the course of around 20 years, I managed to install new empowering beliefs in every single area of my life, using a relatively simple formula. The formula is so simple that other people will tell you that it can be done. Trust me, it can be, and I'm going to show you how. I have grasped one principle in life that can truly make a difference to millions of people around the world, and I think that's quite a discovery to talk about. I know that this message is going to take me down a long road, but the good thing is it will survive me for hundreds of years to come. The principle is timeless. I wanted to create a book that would not only help millions of people around the world, but also help many more millions in 100 or 200 years' time. My hope is that this book will be remembered and reused time and time again and passed down to different generations. Is that an ego thing or is it something else? I like to think it's part of my purpose. However, I recognise there will be an element of ego in there. You see, I discovered that for personal development messages to survive the test of time, they must have two qualities: simplicity and timelessness. We often mistake simplicity with how easy something is. We all know that there's a very simple solution to losing weight: exercise more and eat less. That's an extremely simple solution, but how hard is it to do in practice? So please, do not dismiss the simplicity of the exercises in this book. They are simple principles, yet extremely powerful. The second is timelessness. This really pertains to what will be relevant tomorrow, what will be relevant 10 years from now, 50 years from now, or even 200 years from now. A timeless book is one that will stand the test of time. And it's not some fad. This is precisely the reason that the new thought teachers of 100 years ago are starting to make a revival. James Allen, Neville Goddard, Charles Hannell, Napoleon Hill, Joseph Murphy, W. Clement Stone, Wallace Wattles, and Elizabeth Towney, to name just a few. Their thinking and thoughts are timeless and are still very much alive today. However, their thoughts are really taken from principles and practices that have been swirling around the minds of writers for hundreds of years previously. I've attempted to make this book timeless so that if someone finds a copy buried somewhere in 500 years' time, it will still be useful and relevant. For change to happen in our life, we need to take action. And I would love your very first action to be joining our Facebook group at www.facebook.com/The Belief Principle. Here you will find people who are on a similar path to you who practice the belief principle, and it will help accelerate your growth and learning in a safe space. Okay, time to get going. Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye. Cypher, speaking to Neo in the movie The Matrix, 1999.